Assalamu alaikum everybody, peace be upon you all. Welcome back to my channel. With the blessed month of Ramadan approaching, I know many of us are eager to maintain our fitness goals while fasting. Well, today I'm going to guide you through a comprehensive Ramadan workout and nutritional plan. That way you can feel energized, healthy, and spiritually connected through this sacred month. So let's get it. Before I dive deep into the workout and nutritional aspect of Ramadan, very important that we understand the purpose and the true essence of what Ramadan is. The main purpose of Ramadan is for us to get closer to Allah. It's for spiritual growth and reflection. So use this as an opportunity to nourish your soul through prayer, reading Quran, doing good deeds, and being the best Muslim that you can be. So that should be your primary focus during this month. It's not about working out or getting in all your calories, alright? That stuff has to come secondary. Ramadan only comes once a year, so take advantage of it and do the best that you can. Now, the first thing that we need to do when it comes to working out and our nutrition during Ramadan is we need to set realistic goals for ourselves. We know that Ramadan is very demanding on our bodies. We're going to be fasting all day with no food or no water. We're going to be getting less sleep since we're staying up late to pray. And on top of that, we're going to be busier, spending more time with family, doing good deeds. So there's a lot of challenges we're going to face during this month. That being said, you have to be realistic in how often you're going to be able to work out and how intense you're going to be able to work out. I always say, do not try to do the same amount of volume and intensity that you're doing outside of Ramadan during Ramadan. All right, this is not the time for you to try to break any personal records or to try to bulk up and gain 10 pounds of muscle. All right, it's not realistic and it's not going to happen. Instead, look at Ramadan as an opportunity for you to maintain your current level of fitness and to work on less demanding aspects of your fitness, such as mobility, flexibility, some tendon strength, a couple of those little things that don't require so much energy versus you pounding the weight so hard to where your body is just breaking down. All right, so you gotta be realistic and understand the demands of Ramadan, understand your schedule, and then input your workouts there. Now, if you really want to, you still can lift weights. All right, there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing that, but just remember what I said. Don't try to lift the weights that you normally do outside of Ramadan, but like I mentioned, I recommend lowering the overall volume and intensity. For example, if you normally do 3 sets of 10 repetitions on the bench press with 225 pounds, I would lower the volume to maybe 2 sets of 8 repetitions, and I would also lower the weight maybe by about 20 to 30%. And that's something that I would do for the entire workout. If you normally do 10 exercises, I would also cut it down to maybe 6 or 7. And I know you're probably thinking that's not enough. I'm gonna lose my strength. I'm gonna lose my muscle. No, that's not true. Okay, you do not need as much work to maintain your strength and muscle as you do to actually build it. And remember, it's Ramadan. You do not want to put excess stress on your body. You're already going through a lot, so just don't worry. You're gonna be perfectly fine. Now, when is the best time to work out during Ramadan? To be honest, there is no actual best time, all right, because we all have different schedules and different responsibilities. So what may work for one person may not work for another. Okay, so the best time is going to be the best time that you can actually do it. But there are 3 times that I do recommend which are better than all other times that you can work out. The first time I recommend is before suhoor, which is that pre-dawn meal. Now, this is great because you've hopefully gone to bed, you've been able to wake up and you're a little refreshed, your belly is full from the meal you had the night before. This is the time where you can actually push yourself quite intensely. All right, you can definitely hit the weights, you can do a bit of running, you can do some high intensity, and the greatest thing is that you're able to actually drink while you're working out, and then you can have a meal right after you finish working out, and then you just set up and do your fast then. The bad thing about training at sahur time is that it is literally super early in the morning. It's gonna disrupt your sleep and it's gonna be difficult for you. If you're somebody who has to wake up very early to go to work or school or anything, then you're gonna have long days. All right, but you got to do what's best for you and you just got to do what works. The second time I recommend is about an hour before Maghrib. This is right before you break your fast. Now, the good thing about this is that you can have a meal right after you finish training. And one of the best parts about training right before Maghrib is that it's at a normal time of the day. Okay, you don't have to wake up super early. You don't have to stay up super late. You can train at a normal time right when you finish work or get off school or whatever. You can relax, have your meal, and then carry on with your night like normal. The bad thing about training at this time is that you've been fasting all day at this point. All right, your blood sugar levels are low, your water levels are low, you're not gonna have too much energy, so you're not gonna be able to push yourself with your workouts. This is definitely not the time where I would recommend anything intense. So no super long runs, no super hard sprints, no super crazy lifting with high volume. It's gonna be a time where you might just need to stick to some lightweight or some bodyweight exercises, some mobility, flexibility. So just keep that in mind. But again, you gotta do what works best for yourself. And the third time I recommend is about 2 to 3 hours after breaking your fast. This is great because that meal you had to break your fast has digested, you have energy, and it's still not crazy late at night. Now, the bad thing about this time is that this is the busiest time during Ramadan. If you go to the Tarawih prayers, then you're gonna probably miss it or have to shorten it if you're trying to work out at that time. And if you want to do it after the prayers, then it's just gonna get super late. Also, this is a time where I'm sure there's so much family getting together, so you're gonna have to sacrifice time with family, friends, or prayers in order to train at this time. And again, we want to look at the main purpose of Ramadan. Is going to the gym worth more than those prayers? That's up to you to decide. Now let's talk about nutrition. This is definitely the more challenging aspect for many of us, and it can be very overwhelming as there's so much you need to understand about nutrition when it comes to Ramadan. Honestly, I could probably make a 20-minute video just talking about nutrition alone. That's how deep it gets. But in this video, I just want to cover all the essentials. But if you would like a full in-depth guide about every single thing you need to know about Ramadan and nutrition, from everything you need to eat to everything you need to avoid to the best things to eat and how to optimize your diet for maximal energy, then go ahead and click the link in my description down below. I have a completely free guide where I cover all of that, as well as some other training methods that you can follow. It's completely free and the link is in the description down below. When it comes to suhoor, that pre-dawn meal, you need to understand that this is the most important meal of your day, okay? If you eat the wrong things, then you're not gonna be feeling good. But if you eat the right things, you're gonna have lasting energy and you're going to be very productive throughout your day. So for suhoor, you wanna prioritize complex carbohydrates because that's gonna provide you with lasting energy. Some good sources of complex carbs are oats, whole grains, brown bread, ground rice, quinoa, sweet potatoes. These are just to name a few, but you wanna make sure that they're complex carbs and not simple refined carbohydrates. You also want to prioritize slow digesting protein. This is going to help to delay hunger and it's going to help with the growth and repairing process of our muscles and tissues. Some of the best sources of slow digesting protein are going to be from cottage cheese, casein protein, eggs, yogurt, beans, and plant proteins. You also need healthy fats. These are great because they're going to delay hunger and they have essential vitamins and nutrients to keep our body functioning properly. Some of the best sources of healthy fats are going to be avocados, nuts, nut butters, olives, olive oil, flax seeds, and chia seeds. This is also a good time for you to have some high fiber. Fiber is great because that's going to help you stay full longer. So hopefully your complex carbs are also rich in fiber, but you also do want to have a serving of some fibrous fruits or veggies, such as apples, bananas, broccoli, carrots. There's so many sources that you can pick from, but just make sure you include some during your suhoor. And finally, hydration. This is arguably the most important factor of nutrition. Even just slight dehydration can cause headaches and cause you to feel fatigued and just sluggish. Make sure to hydrate not just with water, but also with electrolytes. Whether you have an electrolyte mix that you can throw water into, or you have some water with a little bit of sea salt, or you can even get some coconut water. Either way, just make sure you hydrate very well. Now, when it comes to iftar, breaking our fast, this meal is absolutely vital as it's going to replenish all of the nutrients that we lost throughout the day. You want to first start with consuming some fast digesting fruit and some high potassium fruits. Fast digesting fruits are things such as watermelon and pineapples, anything that is higher on the glycemic index. These are important because as soon as you eat that sugar is literally released into the bloodstream and you have instant energy. You're gonna feel rejuvenated. made, and these are also going to hydrate you. Potassium-rich fruits are things such as dates, bananas, and raisins. Obviously, we all eat dates during Ramadan. These are a superfood. They are packed with carbs, packed with tons of nutrients. It's going to help you avoid cramping, and it's going to hydrate you and have you feeling very good. I would also recommend you have a fast digesting protein source. This can be whey protein. This is very fast digesting. It is a high quality source of protein, and this is because you've gone the entire day of fasting. You need to get some protein in your body. That way you can prohibit any of the breakdown of lean muscle, and it's going to help fuel you for your workout whenever you decide to do that. I typically like to break my fast with that because it's light, and then about 20 minutes later after praying, I'll have a well-balanced meal. This is where you need to ensure that you're getting all the nutrients that your body needs. You need a high quality protein source, whether it's coming from chicken, beef, fish, eggs, or a plant protein of your choice. Quality carb source, which can be from rice, potatoes, pasta, quinoa, and colorful vegetables. You want the dark leafy greens, you want the red, yellow, and orange peppers, you want carrots, tomatoes. All those different colors are gonna provide your body with the needed nutrients in order to function and perform optimally. And just one thing to remember about iftar, do not overeat. Now, for most of us, in order to get your daily caloric goal, you're going to need to eat more than just those 2 meals. So most likely, you're gonna have to have a snack at night. And when it comes to snacking, just ask yourself this one question. Does this have nutrients in it that is going to help my body, or is it going to hurt my body? It is so easy to pick unhealthy snacks because they taste good, but they're gonna have you feeling tired. It's gonna have you feeling heavy. There's zero nutrients that are gonna actually help you out. So take a look at it and ask yourself, does it have protein to help my muscles grow and recover? Does it have some carbs that are gonna help fuel me for exercise? Or does it have healthy fats that are gonna keep my body functioning right? Okay, so just make sure whatever snack you have has some nutrients in it, and then go at it. Some healthy snack ideas are protein smoothies, Greek yogurt with some nuts and honey, tuna fish on whole wheat bread, low sugar protein bars, hummus with other vegetables. The list goes on, but like I said, just make sure you're getting some nutrients. Now, because it's difficult to get all your calories and nutrients in during Ramadan, this can also be a very helpful time for you to take supplements. Things such as whey protein isolate, because that's a very fast and high quality protein source. Casein protein, that's a slow digesting protein source. High protein snacks, just so you can keep it in your pocket if you're going out to pray, or things that you can eat quite easily. A multivitamin, which is just kind of an insurance to make sure that your body's getting all the essential nutrients that it needs. And one supplement that I recommend you don't take is creatine, simply because when you take creatine, you need to consistently be having a high water intake, and obviously due to fasting, that's not going to be possible. So even if you get off of creatine for 1 month, it's not going to hurt you. So guys, I hope you found these tips helpful. And once again, do not stress if your training is not on the same level as what it is outside of Ramadan, or if your diet is just completely out the window. It is not the goal, okay? The main purpose of Ramadan is to strengthen your connection with Allah. So let that be your focus, okay? I'm telling you, 1 month, you're not gonna lose all your gains, okay? Once again, if you guys would like my free in-depth guide on everything related to training and nutrition in Ramadan, go ahead and click the link in the description down below. Be sure to like, comment, and share this video with everybody else you think can benefit. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future content, and I'm gonna see you guys next time. Ramadan Kareem.